Hello, Dominique. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, ZipLock?
Yes, thank you for the interview. I get to interview. How did we meet? We met on Clubhouse, right?
Yep, we met on Clubhouse. You came into one of my rooms. Let's go to
Mm-hmm.
the ER, and then we just vibed.
You remember the name of the room. Look at you. You
I
are
do, I
vibing. You
do.
are you are you are amazing. So blessings. You have anything you want to say before we start the interview? It's a quick interview. I know it's not supposed to be quick, but we're gonna do a quick one, okay?
Okay, no, we can just jump in. And then if you hear my son in the background, he very much lives up to his name. His name is King, and he acts like a king and does what he wants.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Baby King in the background. That's what we're gonna show love to, Baby King, okay? All right, my first question for you. You ready? Are you ready for the first question?
I am ready. I hope I'm ready.
Okay, yes, you ready. Yes, you ready. What is it that you do? Tell the people what is it that you do, whether a mom, whether you work, whatever you do. I don't want to cloud your judgment. What do you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am a mom. I have two boys,
Two
15 and
boys.
2. Yeah, 15 and 2. So nice large gap. So like one in high
Hmm.
school, one still in diapers. But also I own two different companies. So one is actually it's called Finding Ourselves Under Ridicule. I actually created
Hmm.
an academy for young girls between the ages of 12 and 17. Just teaching on the 6 pillars of womanhood. I came up with 6 pillars that I think will be really good for young girls in middle school and high school as they're kind of embarking on their womanhood journey. So I'm offering support to them, and then even just like single parents, like single moms or single dads who just don't know what to do with their daughters, as they're getting into that realm of things. And I'm writing a book actually, just going over those 6 pillars as well. And then I also have a business consulting company. It's called KL Business Consulting. KL stands for Creating Legacies. I got the K from my son King.
Hmm.
And there I actually create websites for people. I work with new startup businesses who just kind of just don't know what to do to get their business off the ground. And then also tenured businesses as far as like their advancement. So if they've already been making sales, but they're looking to increase their profits, they're looking to maybe venture out into something else that fits in their industry, but just need a few like business ideas and provide resources for them as well. But that is what I do.
So tell me more about the young girls and the 6 pillars. Now you don't got to say about the 6 pillars of what you do of the book, but the young girls, I like that you try to reach out to young girls. Tell me more about that if you can.
Yeah, so it was twofold, right? So on one hand, I just kind of realized that in middle school, that's where I was finding myself, and that's where most kids are finding themselves. But I am a woman, so I figured I'd focus on the young girls. But like at that age, you're really trying to figure out who you are, and a lot of what you figure out is based on what your friends like to do. So if you
Mm,
find a group of friends and you're like, oh, well, we're all going to try out for the cheerleading squad. You may not want to do that, but you're going to do it because you enjoy spending time with your friends. Or you like a certain type of boy, but you like a certain type of boy because it just seems like you should date the basketball player because you hang with these girls. So a lot of the things, and even as we get older, our interests are usually based off of the people that we're around. It's
kind
not
of
until
like
we spend,
peer,
yeah. So
not
it's
peer
like
pressure, but peer
influence.
influence. Yes, that's the
Yeah,
word I
for
was looking
sure.
for.
And
Peer
then it's not
influence.
until we, yeah, it's not until we get by ourselves and we start to spend time alone that we realize, like, dang, I really like hiking, right? And
Mm.
I didn't know I liked hiking until I actually started doing it by myself. So I'm just trying to help. And then also, I'm gonna be honest, these clubhouse rooms, how many rooms do we see about women, about black women?
Hey King,
Go
King, hey King.
ahead.
All right, King
how
has the mic.
many how many different rooms do we see about black women, right? And the issues
Hmm.
and the problems that they see. So I'm like, if there's something that I can do that may possibly kind of help these young girls before they actually come to this like official dating age or whatever the case may be, like let me do my part there.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a little bit of both.
How was back to school for you?
Well, my son's first day back to school was yesterday.
Oh, your big
So
son, you're 15. Oh, obviously.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, that was fun.
That was fun. Oh, did you
Yeah.
guys go to a back to school drive, or do you like hosting drives? I know you do the thing with the girls. Like that's what I want to do. I want to do a back to school drive every single year of my life. Like I want to start
I
it as
think,
soon as possible.
yeah, I definitely want to dive into doing more community work.
That's
As
what I meant to
far as
say.
like
Yes,
on,
yes.
yeah, like on like a mass level for sure. We didn't go to any back to school drives. Um, but I did know of a couple going on. But yeah,
Mm.
definitely. I do want to take this kind of to the community. Like a lot of what I do is more so one on one. But I do want to be able to kind of reach the community on a larger scale for sure.
Okay, that's a blessing because I want to reach the. That's something that I want to do, and I thank God that you want to do that too because we're on the same playing field. We're on the same energy wave, the wavelength. I like giving back, especially when it comes to kids. Kids are the future, and if you give back to the kids,
Mm-hmm.
your future will be blessed. 'Cause that's just how the universe works. The universe is
Oh,
a
for sure.
circle, like a hula hoop. It just keeps going round and round and round and round.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
And I know you got some questions for me. We're not gonna I'm not gonna kill you with questions, bore you with questions. You got questions for me?
Yeah, I did have a few questions for you. So I was looking at your profile, and
Mm,
my first question actually was your first question. So like, what do you do? Like, you do a few things,
man,
but
I do
like,
so much.
yeah,
Yes.
what do you do?
Blessings. I'm a music enthusiastic, not just enthusiastic. I make beats, I produce, I engineer, I record my own self. I got over I like to say, I don't even know the amount. I think it's close to 1,500 songs on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, all these. And by the way, this interview will be on YouTube and Instagram. I got so many songs on YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify. What else they got? I think they still got Tidal. Whatever streaming platform, I'm on there. You could Google my name, ZipLock305, ZIPLOCK 305, and you'll see so much information that I have. I have books. I gave you one of my ebooks, no?
Yeah, you did. I have it.
You haven't
Yeah,
read it yet, I
absolutely.
know, probably. I read a little bit for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I tapped in a little bit because you read it, but I just got it yesterday, and I've been busy doing
Hey,
a lot.
hey. As long as you got it in your system, as long as you got it in your algorithm, that's all I care about. Passing my
Oh
art
yeah.
to other people. That's what I love
Oh, for
about art.
sure.
And if anybody that wants my ebook, just message me on Instagram or YouTube, whatever this interview is on, just message me. So blessings. So I do a lot. I also I'm a cook, I'm a chef. What else I do? I'm an artist. I got paintings. I used to have paintings in back here. I took them off. I'm gonna restructure my studio. It's gonna look a lot better. You're gonna see a lot of studio equipment. It's gonna be, man, we're gonna have the whole 9 yards, right, Dominic?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Yes.
We got to make sure your background is aesthetically pleasing for the
Aesthetically.
interviews.
Yes, blessings. Cause we're gonna do a lot of interviews. Me and you. This is
Oh,
the
yeah, for
first.
sure.
This is the first of many. What other questions you have for me? I think I'm going too long-winded.
Well, I was wondering, like, how did you get your start in sales and marketing?
On Clubhouse, a woman liked how I spoke, and she asked me, "Do I have classes?" And I'm never gonna turn down money, so I said, "Yes, I got classes." And ever since then, I've been teaching classes ever since on sales, marketing. If you look at my other page, another page that my Clubhouse is connected, I always switch it up. My ZipLock305 Supreme Trinity page underscore Supreme underscore Trinity. If you look on that page and I have it on the highlight, it has a lot of bunch of what it has receipts of the people that took my courses, and it also has testimonials. I have a highlight of receipts of big sales and testimonials to show you that I do have big people purchasing my program. I have a website also. You can purchase my products there and my services. So I also have people purchasing a lot of money for my services, and they also have good testimonials. I also show like the interviews we do together, the Zooms we do together. I'm very hands-on when I teach people about my services, whether they're networking, they're trying to gain followers, whatever they're trying to do, they're trying to gain sales. I feel like I'm the best person in sales. Everybody should feel like they're the best. Nobody, because the opposite of the best is the worst. So nobody wants to feel like they're the worst. Blessings. So everybody should feel like they're the best. And that was the
Oh
second
yeah,
question.
so
Go ahead.
we're definitely gonna have to connect on the sales and marketing tip for sure.
You need more sales? I got you. I
Well,
got
no,
you, princess.
I'm I'm in sales and marketing. So I've actually been in the sales and marketing industry for about 7 years.
So how about this? How about when we get off of this, we talk about more about sales? I didn't know that. You see, that's something new that I just found out. We can talk about more about sales and marketing if you want to.
Oh yeah, for sure, we can do that.
Okay, that's love.
I did have a few more questions. What have you found to be the most difficult challenge in your line of work? So let's just go with your music.
Music.
Found to be the most challenging?
Man, I've been spending so much money. I think that's the challenging part, how to delegate money, to budget my money. Cause I go to clubs a lot to play my music, and they play my music because I'm spending money. I'm buying bottles. I'm paying for the door. I'm paying the DJs. I'm paying the bouncers. I'm paying the managers. So I'm spending so much money. I think that's the most challenging part, where to put this money so I don't spend so much money. But now I'm taking that budget away. I'm not spending so much money in clubs no more. I'm spending so much money back to my studio. So you guys gonna see a bigger studio, a better studio, more lights, more colorful lights, more speakers, more monitors, more TVs, everything, more gaming chairs. And I'm gonna try to have a pink. I like the red, but I already did the red. I killed the red. Now I'm gonna have a pink and black instead of red and black. Because pink was my other favorite color too. So I'm gonna have like a pink theme.
Pink is my favorite color.
So yes. I'm gonna have some flowers in here. I'm gonna have some feminine energy in here. So blessings to feminine energy. Yeah, I'm gonna bring some feminine energy in there. Because that's what a lot of females we want to come to record, but they don't. I want them to feel comfortable when they record. Kind of like Prince. Like when Prince would bring females to his bachelor pad, they will feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. Like Cat Williams would say, they'll have satin sheets, they'll have wine, because that's what the ladies like. So I'm gonna make it more lady friendly, more feminine friendly.
Yeah, I feel you.
Major blessings.
So if someone wants to work with you, what do you feel like they need to have prior to coming to you for help?
They don't have to have nothing, man. I work with everybody, and that's a good question. I like that question. They don't have to have anything. I work with everybody at the moment. Because I feel like beggars can't be choosers, or that's the term. Beggars can't be choosers. Mm-hmm. I want to work with everybody because everybody started somewhere. That's somebody. You see what I'm saying? So I want to be that beacon of light to give them energy to emerge to that somebody, to that better person. Because I could show them a lot. They could show me a lot. I probably may learn a lot more from them than they learn from me. And I have a lot to teach.
Okay. Wow, well, that's good. So people don't feel like, and because sometimes people can feel intimidated, right? When they're reaching out to people to help them, whether it's in sales and marketing, whether it's with music, they feel like they have to have like, oh, I need to make sure that I have an EP ready before I go talk to him about beats, or I got to make sure I have this, and the third. So for you to kind of open the door for people to kind of say, hey, I have a passion for this. I've been working on this, but I may not have a lot of tangible things to show you. That'll give a lot of people some confidence to come and speak to you for sure.
Oh, I see. Dope. That makes sense, because even with certain people in the rooms that we host, they don't have too much, but I still give them free beats, because who knows? Like they may take that beat and do something positive with it, or it may be like a starting stone for them, a starting case, or starting stair way where they could make more room to grow. So if I could start somebody's progress, that's a blessing. I love that. I love that. Yes, King.
Yeah, absolutely. He agrees too.
Yeah, King agrees. Blessings.
Okay, so let's see. And if there was one thing you could change about your story, what would it be?
What, the story I gave you, or just my story in general?
Your story in general.
I wish I would have started believing in God at an earlier age, as soon as God was introduced to me. Because I think I always believed in God, but I didn't follow him as much as I follow him now. So I wish I would have followed God at an earlier age. I'd have been ahead, way ahead, because God is so multiplies everything. So I'd have been ahead like times 1,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000. But thank God that I seen the light. I finally seen the light. Yes, the light.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? So it's interesting that you mentioned that, right? And how you said that you always believed in him, but it's different now, right? So I think that what people don't understand is like having a relationship with God, right? Understanding that you can talk to him, understanding that he knows you're not perfect, like he knows you, he created you, right? And I think that what a lot of people are missing, because people would say, oh yeah, I believe in God, and kind of that's just that, but do you have a relationship with him, right?
Yeah,
like, that's the
a
difference.
constant.
There's a difference between, but exactly,
a
there's
constant
a difference
relationship
between believing and actually like having a relationship, because when you have a relationship, you pour into it. And that's something that's really, really prevalent, especially when you are relying on your belief and your faith and moving forward in like the things that you're doing. So,
but that's just the cheat code to life. Having a relationship, like you said it. Having a relationship with God, that's a cheat code to life. Because God put everything in here for a purpose, and we got to find our purpose to get to God and get closer to God. And I think that should be everybody's purpose, but everybody holds materialistic things to purpose. And I've just finished reading that in the Gospel of Thomas. I don't know if you read it before, but it says that until we abstain from the material world, we will not find the sanctuary. This is heaven. This is on earth. Like, everything is given to us. If I'm really hungry and I don't have no money, I could go to a restaurant and clean up for the restaurant and they'll give me food. Or I could just say I'm hungry and they'll give me food. They'll give me some type of food. I could go anywhere and eat. We live in the United States. We live in Miami. I live in Miami, but we live in the United States. So if we all we really need is food, right? What else do we need?
Exactly.
Food and shelter. And we barely need shelter if it's a good day.
Exactly.
All we really need is food. So with that said, if you're ever hungry, if that's the only necessity you really need in today's day and age. If you ever hungry, just go someplace and they'll offer you food. All these other things, materialistic things, you just need a relationship with God, like you said, man. You said it perfectly.
He provides everything. He provides everything. So like when we stop relying on those material things to be our God is when we really find true happiness, right? And when we find true joy. Because we can think like we can rely on it, but it's a lot of it is the self-image. People like to look a certain way. They like to look like, oh,
but listen, why do they like that? They like that because other people look like that.
Exactly.
They don't like it because they like it. I don't like nothing. I like women now because I'm of that age. But other than let's throw women out the picture. I just want food. I want something good to drink and food when I get hungry. I don't want nothing else. Nothing else.
Yeah. See?
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Yeah, that's a powerful place. And then everything else will come easier. You see what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree 100%.
Man, when we get off this, I want to tap into your brain a little bit more. When we get off of this.
Okay, yeah.
I want to tap into your brain because you on that level that I could vibe with. Trust me.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I only have one last question.
Yes, ma'am.
So, my last question is, what's one piece of advice that you would give to your younger self?
Ooh, it's kind of like your last question. It was kind of like your other question. Let me see. I don't want to say the same answer, but it's leaning towards the same answer. I want to say, cause man, I was a go-getter at a young age. I'm 34 now. When I was 19, 18, 20, 21, I was a go-getter. So let me see. One piece of advice: learn how to drive. Cause I learned how to drive at 19.
Okay.
And I crashed my first car. And I crashed my first car in 19 days. Wow, crazy. 19.
Oh, wow.
In like 20 days, I crashed my first car. So I didn't know how to drive. I got the car before I knew how to drive. I didn't know the laws of the road. I didn't know the rules of the road. I was just driving as soon as I got my car. And I crashed in 19 days. And I could have lost my life, but God spared me. And I walked away with just a scratch.
Yeah, because you got purpose.
I got purpose. Yes, ma'am. I love that you said that. Blessings.
Yeah, absolutely. But that was my last question.
Blessings. Okay, I'm gonna put this on Instagram and YouTube. That's okay, Queen?
Yeah, that sounds good.
You are awesome at interviewing. We need to do much more interviews, and we need to have a show together. When I close this, we're gonna think of a name for a show. Okay, is that okay with you?
Oh yeah, for sure. We can definitely make something happen.
All right, blessings, guys. Thank you for joining Dominic and ZipLock305, our interview. Blessings. Love, Dominic.
Yeah, same to you.
Blessings. ZipLock305, Omar Clark and Dominic. Blessings.
All righty.